In a realm hidden from the eyes of mortals lay Veridia, the land of eternal spring where no one ever grew old. The tradition to select a king was a simple, brutal test of speed and will. All eligible men would gather before the castle and, at the signal, would race to a single ornate throne. The first to sit upon it would rule for 7 years. After that, the race was held again, and a new king would be crowned. But there was never a queen. Ilara, the king's daughter, watched this tradition with a burning heart. She was praised for her beauty, but she cared little for it. She yearned not for admiration, but for strength and the right to rule. One year, her own father won the race and became king. Ilara was thrilled. "Father," she said, "may I help you rule?" But her father, King Theron, was a man ruled by fear. He refused her help, wanting to secure his reign alone. The crown sat heavy on his head, and he saw shadows in every corner, imagining assassins and rivals. His greatest fear was the next race. He summoned his court druid, a man who could glimpse the threads of fate. "Tell me of the future," the king commanded. The druid's eyes clouded over. "No one will kill you, my king, and only one man could ever run faster than you, your son-in-law." The king's blood ran cold. "If my daughter never marries, I will have no son-in-law. I could be king forever. But how? She is beautiful. Suitors will flock to her." "I have magic, my king," the druid whispered. "I can make her so hideous that no man will ever wish to marry her." "Do it," the king said, his ambition eclipsing his love. So the druid chanted, and a grotesque magic warped Ilara's form. Her face and body twisted to resemble a wild boar. She became powerful, her skin tough and covered in coarse hair. She was no longer beautiful. Her father wept when he saw her, crying, "What have I done? This isn't what I wanted." "The spell cannot be undone," said the druid grimly. But Ilara was secretly overjoyed. In fact, she had conspired with the druid to cast this very spell. She had always wanted the strength of a beast, and now, free from the burden of beauty and marriage, she could forge her own path. "I am leaving for the human world, to the lands of Albion," she announced. "Veridia is a cage." "Be careful, princess," the druid warned her. "The spell is permanent. However, it might change if you were to marry a son of the great hunter, Marcus Vance. I cannot say if it will break." "Huh," Ilara snorted. "I will never marry." And so Ilara traveled to Albion and made her home deep in the woods. Each day she felled trees and hauled the heavy logs, her boar-like strength growing. She was powerful and content. In these same woods, a local lord named Marcus Vance often hunted with his sons. They were all men of great strength, except for the youngest, Caleb. His brothers constantly mocked him. "Caleb, you have the speed of a deer, but the strength of a kitten." Ilara watched them from the shadows and thought their taunts were foolish. Caleb wasn't weak, he was agile and intelligent, a far superior hunter. She found him fascinating. One day, Caleb and his 2 brothers cornered a monstrous wild pig. The beast was ferocious, and in the ensuing struggle, it gored and killed both of Caleb's brothers. Undeterred, Caleb continued the hunt. Ilara watched, certain he would die, but with incredible speed and cleverness, he finally brought the giant animal down. Ilara was amazed by his courage. But now, Caleb faced a new problem. The pig was far too heavy for him to carry back alone. "Oh no," Caleb muttered, covered in blood. "If I return like this, my father will think I murdered my brothers, but I cannot move this beast to prove my story." Ilara hesitated. "He will think I am a monster and try to kill me," she thought, "but he is exhausted. I will help him." She stepped out from the trees. "Hello, Caleb," she said, her voice a deep rumble. "I saw what you did. You are a truly clever man." Caleb stumbled back in fear. "Who are you?" "I am Ilara. Do not be afraid. My appearance is a curse, but my heart is human. I will help you carry your prize." "I don't believe you," Caleb stammered. Fine, Ilara grunted. She effortlessly lifted the massive pig on her shoulders and began to walk. Humbled, Caleb rushed to help her, and together they carried it through the forest. As they neared his family's estate, Ilara stopped. "Where are you going?" Caleb asked. "My family will want to thank you." "Don't be a fool," she said. "They will see a monster and assume I harmed you." "Can I see you again?" he asked, looking past her form and into her eyes. Ilara laughed, a strange guttural sound. "You truly want to see me again?" Most men feared her strength and recoiled from her appearance, but Caleb was different. "Very well. Come to the forest at night. We will talk." And so, every night, they met and talked for hours. They grew incredibly close, and Ilara realized she was falling in love with him. But she could never meet his family. Then one day, Caleb spoke of his father. "He is Marcus Vance, a legendary hunter. I will never be as strong as him." Ilara froze, the druid's words echoing in her memory. "If you were to marry a son of Marcus Vance." "Caleb," she said urgently, "we must get married." He looked stunned. "Believe me," she insisted, "if we marry, this curse will be lifted. I will be a normal woman again, and we can be happy." Caleb already saw past her curse, but he wanted her to be a part of his world. He agreed. They found a priest in a nearby village, and, with Ilara heavily disguised, they were married under the stars. But when they shared their first kiss as husband and wife, the spell did not break. Ilara did not change. Instead, Caleb did. His face began to lengthen, his body growing stronger and more powerful, until he too resembled a strong wild boar. "Oh no," Ilara cried. "Caleb, I am so sorry. I didn't know." Caleb looked at his powerful new hands, then at her. He didn't see a monster, he saw the woman he loved. A slow smile spread across his boar-like face. "Do you still love me?" "Of course I do." "Then it doesn't matter," he said, his voice now a deep growl like hers. "I am strong now, like you. We will go to my family. They will understand. We are in love." But they did not understand. They saw two monsters. Marcus Vance, his heart broken, banished them. "Leave and never return. You are no son of mine." Caleb was devastated. For days, he wept for the family he had lost. "Come," Ilara said, taking his hand. "We will return to my home, to Veridia. I have a plan." They disguised themselves in heavy cloaks and hoods and arrived in Veridia just as the 7-year reign of Ilara's father was ending. It was time for the race. "You will run," Ilara told Caleb. With his newfound incredible strength and speed, Caleb ran. He won the race easily, leaving Ilara's father staring in disbelief. "This cannot be," the king raged. "The druid told me only my son-in-law, a son of Marcus Vance, could be faster than me. Who is this stranger?" "I am your son-in-law," Caleb declared, pulling back his hood. The entire court gasped. Ilara stepped forward and removed her own disguise. "I have married your daughter, who you cursed for your own gain," Caleb boomed. "And now I am king." "And I," added Ilara, "am queen." "No," her father shouted. "There can be no queen in Veridia." "Actually, there can," Caleb said calmly. "I am king, and I decree that there will be a queen." So Ilara became the first queen of Veridia. She and Caleb, strong, fast, and clever, ruled together. Nobody dared challenge them. They ruled for 7 years, and when the next race came, Caleb won again. One day, the druid approached them. "My queen, my king, I could cast another spell. I could make you beautiful again. You do not have to live like this." Ilara just laughed, a sound that was both human and wild. "Why would we want that? We are strong, we are clever. The people of Veridia love us for who we are." And it was true. The people adored their boar-like king and queen. For many years, they ruled with wisdom and strength, and the land of eternal spring was happier than it had ever been. Of course, they did not rule forever. When they finally grew bored of it, Caleb simply ran a little slower in the race, allowing someone else to take the throne and begin a new chapter.